Have you ever watched someone's dignity shatter in real time, only to discover the powerful man witnessing it holds the key to everything? Tonight, a teacher stands humiliated before California's elite. But the billionaire governor watching from the shadows is about to break every rule he's lived by, transforming a controlled political life into an emotional, life-changing story. The crystal chandelier catches every angle of Olivia Miller's face as Emily Davis holds up the broken vase. Pieces glitter across marble floor. 20 guests freeze mid-conversation. Careless. Emily's voice cuts through the salon. Absolutely careless. Olivia's hands don't shake. Not yet. I didn't touch. You were the only one in here. Emily steps closer, designer heels clicking. Do you have any idea what this cost? More than you make in 6 months. The humiliation lands precisely as intended. Scattered laughs ripple through the crowd. Rich donors in tailored suits. Silicon Valley CEOs with their third wives. Political allies worth billions, all watching the poor teacher get destroyed. I'll pay for it. Olivia's voice stays level. Whatever it costs. With what? Emily's smile is surgical. Your teacher's salary? This vase is worth $40,000. Someone whispers. Someone else laughs. The sound echoes. Olivia feels her savings account, $700 after rent, burn like accusation in her mind. She swallows. Then I'll work it off. You already work here. Emily circles her slowly. Taking care of Governor Fletcher's daughter, a job you're clearly not qualified for given Louise's behavior lately. Heat crawls up Olivia's neck. Louise is making progress. Progress? Emily's laugh is sharp. She locked herself in the panic room yesterday. She threw food at the chef. She told 3 different staff members to go to hell. That's your definition of progress? The crowd watches like it's theater. Olivia knows this dance. She's been poor her whole life. She's stood in front of rich people who measure worth in dollar signs and found her lacking. She survived worse. She survived being kidnapped, beaten, left for dead. A vase is nothing. Louise is 7 years old and traumatized. Olivia meets Emily's eyes. She needs patience, not... What she needs is a professional. Emily turns to address the room like Olivia isn't there. What she needs is someone who understands children of power, not some community college graduate playing psychologist. The injustice of it burns. Olivia has 2 master's degrees. Student loans that will outlive her. Credentials Emily never bothered to read. I have experience with traumatized children. Experience? Emily laughs again. Or personal issues you're projecting onto a vulnerable little girl? The room goes quiet. Too quiet. Olivia's breath catches. Emily researched her, dug into her past, found the scars. That's enough. The voice comes from the doorway, low, controlled, laced with authority that makes billionaires straighten their spines. Governor Jason Fletcher steps into the salon, 6'3" of tailored power, silver threading through dark hair, eyes that built political empires and buried enemies without mercy. He moves through the crowd like Moses parting seas. People step back instinctively. He stops 3 feet from Emily, looks at the broken vase, at Olivia's face, at Emily's triumphant expression. Governor Fletcher. Emily's voice drips honey now. I was just addressing the incident. I saw the incident. Jason's eyes don't leave Olivia's face. From the security footage. Emily's smile falters. Security footage? The vase was knocked over by Senator Morrison's wife. Jason's voice could freeze nitrogen. When she backed into the table, 30 seconds before Ms. Miller entered the room. The air changes, charges. Olivia feels something crack in her chest. Not from vindication. From the way Jason Fletcher looks at her, like she matters. Like her humiliation just became his personal mission to correct. Emily scrambles. I must have been mistaken. You weren't mistaken. Jason finally looks at his chief of staff. You were malicious. The crowd collectively holds its breath. You will apologize to Ms. Miller. It's not a request. Then you will leave my home. We'll discuss your continued employment Monday morning. Emily's face goes white, then red. Governor, I've served you for 8 years, and in 8 years you've never made me question your judgment. Jason's voice drops lower, more dangerous. Until tonight. He turns to Olivia. The crowd disappears. The room shrinks to just the space between them. Ms. Miller. His eyes search hers. I apologize for what just happened in my home. It won't happen again. Olivia should say something gracious, professional, but her voice comes out raw. You didn't have to do that. Yes. Something flickers in his expression. I did. The moment stretches, bends, nearly breaks. Then Louise's scream shatters it. Jason moves before thought. Through the salon, down the hall, taking stairs 3 at a time. Olivia runs behind him, heels in hand. Security detail materializes from nowhere. Louise's bedroom door is locked. Louise! Jason's palm hits wood. Open the door! No! The little girl's voice is pure panic. He's here! He's in the walls! Olivia pushes past security, kneels at the door. Louise, sweetie, it's Olivia. Tell me what you see. Shadows, moving shadows. Okay. Olivia's voice is steady as bedrock. Trauma recognizes trauma. I see shadows sometimes too. Want to know my trick? Silence. Then, what trick? I count them. Give them names. Make them less scary. Olivia presses her palm against the door. Can you try with me? Jason watches his daughter's teacher transform crisis into connection. Watches her use her own demons to fight his daughters. Something shifts in his chest. Dangerous. Unwanted. Necessary. The lock clicks. Louise opens the door 3 inches. Face streaked with tears. Blonde hair wild. She looks at Olivia, then at Jason, then back at Olivia. Will you stay? The little girl's voice cracks. While I sleep? Olivia glances at Jason. He nods once. I'll stay. Louise pulls the door wider. Reaches for Olivia's hand. Jason watches them disappear into the bedroom together. Watches Olivia sit on the edge of his daughter's bed like she belongs there. Like she's been missing from this picture all along. He turns to find Emily still standing in the hallway, face tight with fury barely contained. You're making a mistake, she says quietly. That woman is damaged, dangerous. She'll destroy everything you've built. Jason looks at his chief of staff, the woman who's protected his image, managed his schedule, guarded his heart from anything that resembled feelings since Sarah died. No, he says. She won't. He walks away before Emily can respond, before he can examine why he's so certain, before he can acknowledge that Olivia Miller just became the most dangerous person in his carefully controlled world. Not because of her trauma, because of what she makes him want to feel again. 3 hours later, Jason stands outside Louise's bedroom door. Olivia sits in the reading chair, Louise asleep across her lap. Moonlight catches the exhaustion on Olivia's face, the gentleness in how she strokes his daughter's hair. He should leave, should let her rest, should maintain the professional distance he's built like fortress walls. Instead, he opens the door. Olivia's eyes meet his. Something passes between them. Acknowledgement, understanding, the beginning of something neither can name yet. She's okay, Olivia whispers. Bad dream. Tree branch against the window. Jason nods, moves closer, carefully lifts Louise from Olivia's lap. His daughter doesn't wake, just curls against his chest with the trust she used to have before her mother died. Before the world taught her that people leave. He carries her to bed, tucks her in, turns to find Olivia standing in the doorway. Thank you, he says. She's a good kid. Olivia's smile is soft, sad, just scared. Of shadows, of losing what's left. The words hit like bullets. Jason sees his daughter clearly for the first time in months. Sees her terror that he'll disappear too. That she'll end up alone in this massive house with nothing but staff and shadows and memories of a mother she barely remembers. I don't know how to help her. The admission costs him. I don't know how to be what she needs. Olivia steps closer. Brave or foolish, he can't tell. You just have to be present, she says. Not perfect, present. Their eyes lock. Hold. Jason feels the walls crack. The control slip. The grief he's weaponized into political power start to bleed into something softer, more painful, more real. I should go, Olivia says, but doesn't move. You should. Jason doesn't move either. The space between them hums, charges, threatens. Then Olivia steps back, breaks the spell, saves them both. Good night, Governor Fletcher. She walks away. Jason watches until she disappears down the hall toward the guest wing. Watches until he's alone with his sleeping daughter, and the terrifying realization that he just lied to Emily. Olivia Miller isn't dangerous because of her trauma. She's dangerous because she makes him want to stop being the powerful, untouchable governor everyone needs him to be. She makes him want to be human again. Stories like this one, these are the ones that stay with us. If you're watching from anywhere in the world right now, drop a comment below. We love hearing from you. Now back to Jason and Olivia. And that's the most terrifying thing of all. Morning breaks over the Fletcher mansion like a political scandal, inevitable and blinding. Olivia wakes to sunlight streaming through floor-to-ceiling windows worth more than her childhood home. Silk sheets, marble bathroom, a prison of luxury she never asked for. She checks her phone. 17 missed calls from her landlord. Rent was due 3 days ago. The vase Emily accused her of breaking? Even working it off would take months. Months she doesn't have. The small apartment in East LA, the only place that feels like hers, is slipping away. She showers quickly, dresses in the most professional thing she owns. Armor for another day in a house where she doesn't belong. Louise is already awake when Olivia enters the breakfast room. The little girl sits at a table designed for 20, drowning in space and silence. A chef Olivia has never met places Eggs Benedict in front of her. Louise pushes it away. I want cereal. Ms. Louise, your father requested, I want cereal. Louise's voice spikes. Plate crashes to the floor. The chef flinches, backs away. Another rich child having a tantrum. Another poor staff member powerless to stop it. Olivia sits down. Doesn't react to the broken china. What kind? Louise blinks. What? What kind of cereal? Olivia keeps her voice level, calm. Chocolate? Honey? Something with marshmallows that'll make your teeth fall out? A smile ghosts across Louise's face, then disappears. The chocolate one, with the rabbit. Good choice. Olivia stands, finds the cereal herself in a pantry bigger than her apartment, pours a bowl, adds milk, sits back down. Louise stares at her. You're not mad? Why would I be mad? I broke the plate. Emily says breaking things is... She stops, looks down. Emily says a lot of things. Olivia slides the cereal across. Eat, then we're doing math. I hate math. Everyone hates math until they're good at it. I'll never be good at it. Want to bet? Louise considers this, spoons cereal into her mouth. What do I get if I win? You won't. The little girl laughs. Actually laughs. The sound fills the massive room like sunlight breaking through storm clouds. Jason appears in the doorway, still in running clothes, sweat darkening his shirt. He must have been up for hours. Governors don't sleep. They calculate, plot, control. His eyes find Olivia first. Hold for 3 seconds too long. Then Louise. Morning, sweetheart. Hi, Daddy. Louise doesn't look up from her cereal. The dismissal is subtle, devastating. Jason's face stays neutral, but Olivia sees the wound land, sees him absorb it like he absorbs everything, silently, internally, alone. I have a meeting at 9, Jason says. but I'll be back for lunch. We could— Olivia and I are doing fractions, Louise interrupts. She says I can't eat lunch until I get 10 right. I said no such thing. Olivia shoots Louise a look. I said you'd be surprised how fast you learn when you're motivated. Same thing. Louise grins, returns to her cereal. Jason's eyes move between his daughter and her teacher. Something complicated crosses his face. Gratitude, jealousy, hope, fear. Well, he clears his throat. Don't let me interrupt. He leaves before anyone can respond. Olivia feels the weight of his absence, the loneliness radiating off him like heat, a powerful man surrounded by people and utterly alone. Louise waits until his footsteps fade. He's sad. I know. Because of Mom. Probably. Do you think he'll ever be happy again? Olivia looks at the 7-year-old, asking questions no child should have to ask. I think happiness is a choice. He just has to remember how to choose it. Louise nods slowly, goes back to her cereal, but her eyes are distant, old. A little girl carrying grief too heavy for her small shoulders, just like Olivia did at that age, just like she still does. Math happens in the library, a room with more books than Olivia read in 4 years of college. Louise fights every problem, argues every answer, tests boundaries like she's searching for the one that won't bend. Olivia doesn't bend. Try again. I hate this. Try again. You can't make me. You're right. Olivia closes the workbook. I can't, but you can make yourself. Louise glares, then looks at the problem, then slowly picks up her pencil. 20 minutes later, she gets 10 problems right. See? Olivia smiles. Told you. You tricked me. But Louise is smiling too. I taught you. There's a difference. They're laughing when Emily appears, dressed in a power suit that costs more than Olivia makes in 3 months. Her face is composed, professional, but her eyes are ice. Ms. Miller, a word. Olivia stands, follows Emily into the hallway, braces for impact. You embarrassed me last night, Emily says quietly, in front of the governor's most important donors. You humiliated me first. I was doing my job, maintaining standards, protecting this household. Emily steps closer. You're temporary, a teacher hired to manage a difficult child. I've been with Governor Fletcher for 8 years. I know what's best for this family. Do you? Olivia meets her gaze. Because from where I'm standing, you don't know Louise at all. Emily's smile is razor thin. And you do? After 3 weeks? I know trauma. I know grief. I know what it looks like when a child is drowning and everyone's too busy maintaining appearances to throw her a rope. How noble. Emily's voice drips poison. The poor teacher with a savior complex. Tell me, Ms. Miller, are you here to help Louise, or are you here because you need the money? The truth lands like a slap. Olivia needs this job, desperately. Her apartment, her student loans, the medical bills from what happened in Mexico, the therapy she can barely afford. She's trapped in luxury and drowning in debt. Both, Olivia says quietly. I need the money, and I want to help. Those things aren't mutually exclusive. They are when you start getting ideas above your station. What does that mean? Emily leans in. It means Governor Fletcher is a widower, a powerful, wealthy, eligible widower. It means women throw themselves at him constantly. And it means you should remember that you're staff, not family, not friend, staff. Understanding crashes through Olivia like cold water. I think you're a smart woman who recognizes opportunity. Emily's smile could cut glass. I think you see a billionaire governor with a lonely daughter and think maybe, just maybe, you could be the next Mrs. Fletcher. Trade that East LA apartment for a mansion. Student loans for unlimited credit. Poor for rich. The injustice of it steals Olivia's breath. She came here to teach, to help a traumatized child, to earn enough money to survive 1 more month. That's not. Olivia starts. Save it. Emily turns away. Just remember your place. And if you forget, I'll be happy to remind you. She walks away, heels clicking like threats against marble. Olivia stands alone in the hallway, hands shaking now, the accusation burning like brand. She's been humiliated by rich people her whole life, judged, dismissed, found lacking. But this is different. This time, Emily saw something Olivia hasn't admitted to herself yet. The way she looks at Jason Fletcher isn't entirely professional. The way he looks back isn't entirely appropriate. And that's more dangerous than any cartel, any trauma, any broken vase. Because people like her don't end up with people like him. They end up fired, disgraced, poor again, alone again, always alone. Jason finds her in the library an hour later. Louise is reading in the window seat. Olivia is gathering books. Her face is composed, but he's learned to read the micro-expressions, the tension in her jaw, the stiffness in her shoulders. Something happened. Ms. Miller, my office, please. Olivia glances at Louise. I'll be right back, sweetheart. Keep reading. She follows Jason down the hall, into his private office, a room where he's negotiated billion-dollar deals and destroyed political careers. The door closes. They're alone. Emily spoke to you, Jason says. Not a question. How did you... She works for me. You work for me. I pay attention. He sits on the edge of his desk, casual pose, but his eyes are sharp. What did she say? Olivia hesitates, choosing words carefully. She reminded me of my place. Your place. Staff, not family, not... She stops. Can't say the rest. Jason's jaw tightens. Not what? It doesn't matter. It matters to me. The words hang between them, loaded, dangerous. Olivia looks at the governor of California, a man who could end her with one phone call, a man whose daughter is finally starting to heal, a man who lost his wife and built walls so high nothing gets through. Except somehow, impossibly, she's getting through. She thinks I have ulterior motives, Olivia says quietly. That I'm using Louise to get close to you. That I'm some gold digger looking for a rich husband to solve my poor person problems. Jason stands, crosses the space between them in 3 strides, stops close enough that she can smell his cologne, see the silver in his hair, feel the heat radiating off him. Are you? His voice is low, controlled, but something burns underneath. No. Olivia meets his eyes, refuses to back down. I'm here because Louise needs help and I'm good at my job, that's all. That's all. Yes. Jason studies her face, searching for lies, finding none. Emily's protective, sometimes overly so. She's territorial. That too. A ghost of a smile. She thinks you're a threat. To what? To the order I've built, the control I maintain, the walls I've constructed to keep this life manageable. Olivia's breath catches. And am I? A threat? Jason looks at her for a long moment. The air between them charges, hums, threatens to ignite. Yes, he says finally. Quietly. You are. He walks to the window, puts distance between them. When he speaks again, his voice is steady, professional. The governor mask back in place. Emily will be reassigned. Effective immediately. She'll remain on staff, but she won't interact with you or Louise directly. You don't have to. I do. Jason turns back. This is my home, my daughter, my decision. Emily forgot that last night when she humiliated you in front of my guests. She forgot again today when she questioned your motives. She won't forget a 3rd time. Olivia should feel vindicated, relieved. Instead, she feels exposed, vulnerable, dangerous. Thank you, she manages. Jason nods, returns to his desk, begins shuffling papers. Dismissal clear. But then, Ms. Miller? Yes? He doesn't look up. You're good for her. For Louise. She's changed since you arrived. Smiles more, fights less, sleeps through the night. She's a wonderful kid, just needed someone to see past the tantrums. Yes. Jason's eyes finally meet hers. She did. The unspoken hangs between them. And what about me? What do I need? Olivia leaves before she can answer a question he didn't ask, before she can admit that she sees past his walls too, and what she sees terrifies her. 2 weeks pass like slow-motion collision. Olivia becomes part of the mansion's rhythm. Morning lessons with Louise, afternoon activities, evening routines. She's professional, boundaries clear, emotions locked down tight, but Jason is everywhere. He joins them for breakfast now, asks Louise about fractions, listens when Olivia explains teaching methods. His presence fills rooms like gravity, impossible to ignore, dangerous to acknowledge. Emily is gone. Transferred to the Sacramento office. A new assistant, Marcus, efficient and neutral, manages Jason's schedule without commentary or judgment. The tension eases. Then Louise's nightmares return. 3 a.m. Olivia jolts awake to screaming. She runs barefoot down the hall, bursts into Louise's room. The little girl thrashes in bed, tangled in sheets, tears streaming. "No, don't take her! Don't take my mom!" Olivia gathers her close. "Shh, baby, I'm here, you're safe." "She's gone. She left me." I know she did." Olivia rocks her gently. "But I'm here. Your dad's here. You're not alone." Louise sobs into her shoulder. Tiny body shaking with grief too big to contain. Olivia holds her through it. Lets the storm pass. She knows this particular hurricane. Lost her own sister to violence. To men who took and took until nothing remained. Jason appears in the doorway. Hair disheveled. T-shirt wrinkled. For once looking less like a governor and more like a devastated father watching his daughter fall apart. "How long has this been happening?" Olivia asks quietly. "Months." Jason's voice is rough, raw. "Since the funeral. Sometimes every night. Sometimes she goes weeks without them. Has she seen anyone? A therapist?" 3 different ones. She won't talk to them. Screams until they leave." Olivia looks at the little girl curling against her chest. Sees herself at 7. After the police told her that her parents were gone. Car accident. Instant. Olivia and her sister Maya sent to foster care. Separated. Alone. Some wounds don't heal. They just scar over. "Louise." Olivia tilts the girl's chin up. "Want to know a secret?" Louise nods. Hiccups. "I have nightmares too. About someone I lost. Someone who's never coming back." "Who?" "My sister. She died when I was 23. Bad people hurt her." Olivia's voice stays steady, but Jason sees her hands tremble. "And sometimes when I'm sleeping, I dream she's still here. Then I wake up and remember she's gone. It feels like losing her all over again." Louise's eyes widen. "Does it ever stop? The nightmares? Sometimes? The missing her?" "Never." Olivia brushes hair from Louise's face. "But I learned something important." "Want to know what?" "What?" "The people we love don't really leave. They live here." Olivia touches Louise's chest. "In our hearts, in our memories. Your mom, she's still with you. Every time you laugh. Every time you're brave. Every time you choose kindness. That's her. That's her love, keeping you strong." Tears stream down Louise's face. Down Jason's face. Down Olivia's face. 3 people drowning in grief, finally breaking surface together. "Can you stay?" Louise whispers. "Until I fall asleep?" "Of course." Olivia settles into the reading chair. Louise curls into a ball, thumb in mouth. A habit she's too old for, but nobody corrects. Her breathing slows. Deepens. Finally, sleep. Jason hasn't moved. Just stands in the doorway watching Olivia calm his daughter's demons with her own. Watching her give Louise something he couldn't. Permission to grieve. To hurt. To heal. "You should rest." Olivia says softly. Big day tomorrow. Budget negotiations, right? How did you... I pay attention too. Their eyes meet, hold. The air thickens. Jason crosses the room, sits on the ottoman across from her, close, too close, not close enough. My wife, Sarah, she died in a car accident. Drunk driver ran a red light. His voice is barely above whisper. I was supposed to be in that car. Had a meeting that ran late. She was picking Louise up from dance class alone. If I'd been on time, if I'd been there, you'd be dead too, Olivia finishes. And Louise would have lost both parents. Or I could have been driving. Could have seen him coming. Could have. You can't rewrite the past, Governor Fletcher. Trust me. I've tried. Jason looks at her. Really looks. Past the professional facade. Past the strength she wears like armor. He sees the scars, the trauma, the way she flinches when doors slam too loud, the way she checks exits in every room, the way she holds Louise like she's trying to save her sister through saving someone else's child. What happened to your sister? He asks. Olivia's face shudders. That's not relevant to... I told you about Sarah. Fair's fair. She's quiet for a long time, watching Louise sleep. Building courage or building walls, Jason can't tell. Then, she was investigating something, a story. She was a journalist, freelance, idealistic. Olivia's voice is distant, detached, survival mode. She went to Mexico following a lead, human trafficking, corruption, things powerful people wanted buried. She disappeared for 3 weeks. They found her body in a shallow grave, beaten, tortured. Jason's chest constricts. Jesus. I went looking for answers. Thought I could finish what she started. Thought I could... Her voice cracks. I was so stupid. They took me. Held me for 2 days. Did things... She stops. Swallows. Things I don't talk about. Then they let me go with a warning. Stop looking. Stop asking questions. Forget. Did you? Forget? Olivia's laugh is bitter. No, I just learned to be smarter about my questions. Jason wants to touch her, comfort her, pull her into his arms and promise that nothing will hurt her again. But he's a governor. She's his employee. There are lines, rules, consequences. Except right now, in the dark, with his daughter sleeping peacefully for the first time in weeks, those lines feel like lies. I could help, he says. I have resources, connections. If you want answers about your sister, no. Olivia's response is sharp, immediate. I appreciate the offer, but no. Why not? Because powerful men making inquiries draws attention, and attention gets people killed. She meets his eyes. Your daughter needs you alive, Governor Fletcher. Don't make yourself a target for my ghosts. The warning lands, but so does the care behind it. She's protecting him, even as she bleeds from wounds that never healed. Jason stands, knows he should leave, knows staying is dangerous, inappropriate. Exactly what Emily warned against. He stays anyway. Call me Jason, he says, when we're alone, when it's just us. No titles, no formality. Olivia stares at him. That's not appropriate. Nothing about this is appropriate, Ms. Miller. Olivia. What? If you're Jason, I'm Olivia. Her smile is small, sad, beautiful. Fair's fair. They sit in silence, watching Louise sleep. Two broken people finding unexpected comfort in shared grief, in understanding, in the terrifying realization that they're not alone anymore. Jason leaves at 4 a.m., returns to his empty bedroom, lies awake until dawn, thinking about a teacher with trauma in her eyes and steel in her spine, thinking about how dangerous it is to want someone you can't have, thinking about how much more dangerous it is to start having them anyway. Morning comes brutal and fast. Jason has back-to-back meetings, budget crisis, wildfires, a senator threatening to flip parties, the usual chaos of governing California's 40 million people. but he can't focus. He keeps seeing Olivia's face, hearing her voice crack when she talked about her sister, remembering the way she held Louise like she was holding pieces of herself together. "Governor?" Marcus appears in the doorway. "The Appropriations Committee is waiting." Jason nods, straightens his tie, slides the mask back on. Powerful, controlled, untouchable. He walks into the conference room. 20 people stand. The dance of political theater begins. 2 hours later, he's negotiated a compromise no one wanted, but everyone can live with. That's leadership. That's power. Making people accept what they'd reject from anyone else. His phone buzzes. Text from the head of security. Situation at the residence. Not urgent, but you should know. Jason's blood goes cold. Louise. Has to be Louise. He leaves the Capitol building doing 70 in a 35. Security scrambles to keep up. He hits the mansion in 12 minutes, finds Marcus waiting at the door. "What happened?" "Ms. Miller had an episode. Panic attack. Louise witnessed it." Jason's heart stops. "Where are they?" "Library." He takes the stairs 3 at a time, bursts through the library doors. Olivia sits on the floor, back against the bookshelf, face pale, hands trembling violently. Louise kneels beside her, holding her hand, looking terrified. "Olivia!" Jason crosses the room, drops to his knees. "What happened?" "I'm fine." But her voice shakes. Her whole body shakes. "You're not fine." Louise looks up at her father with tears streaming. "A car backfired. Outside. Really loud. She fell. Started shaking. Won't stop. PTSD." Jason recognizes it instantly. He's seen it in veterans, victims, survivors. The way trauma hijacks the nervous system. Makes the body relive horror the mind desperately wants to forget. "Louise, sweetheart." Jason keeps his voice gentle. "Go find Marcus. Ask him to bring water and a blanket. But now, please." Louise runs. Jason turns his full attention to Olivia. Her eyes are distant, unfocused, somewhere else entirely, somewhere terrible. "Olivia, look at me." He cups her face, forces eye contact. "You're safe. You're in California. You're in my home. Nobody's going to hurt you." "I can't," she gasps. "Can't breathe." "Yes, you can. Follow my breathing. In through your nose, out through your mouth." He demonstrates. Slow, steady. "With me. In, out, in, out." She tries, fails, tries again. Gradually, painfully, her breathing steadies. The shaking eases. Color returns to her face. She sees him clearly for the first time. Shame crashes across her features. Louise is fine. She was worried about you. I'm supposed to be taking care of her, not..." Olivia's voice breaks. "God, I'm such a mess." Jason does something he hasn't done since Sarah died. Something dangerous and necessary and completely inappropriate. He pulls Olivia into his arms. She stiffens, then melts. Sobs into his shoulder while he holds her together. While he promises wordlessly that she doesn't have to be strong. Doesn't have to have all the answers. Doesn't have to carry everything alone. "I've got you," he murmurs. "I've got you." The words become mantra, promise, truth. If this is hitting you as hard as it's hitting them, you know what to do. That like button is right there. And quick question. Are you Team Jason for protecting her, or do you think he's moving too fast? Let us know below. Olivia clings to him. To this powerful man who could crush her with one hand, but instead cradles her like she's precious. Breakable. Worth protecting. This is the moment everything changes. This is the moment they both know, terrified and certain, that whatever is building between them is bigger than professionalism, bigger than class difference, bigger than fear. This is the moment they stop pretending. Jason keeps holding her, longer than necessary, longer than appropriate. Long enough that when Louise returns with Marcus and the water, the little girl stops in the doorway, studies them, smiles. "Is Olivia okay?" Louise asks softly. Jason releases her slowly. Reluctantly. She will be. Olivia accepts the water with shaking hands, drinks. The cold helps, grounds her. She looks at Louise, sweet, worried Louise, and feels shame burn through her chest. I'm sorry you saw that, sweetheart. It's okay. Louise sits beside her, leans against her shoulder. You stayed with me when I was scared. I stay with you. The simple logic of a 7-year-old, the unconditional acceptance. It breaks something in Olivia, heals something simultaneously. Thank you, Olivia whispers. Marcus clears his throat. Governor, you're 3 o'clock. Cancel it. Jason doesn't look away from Olivia. Cancel everything this afternoon. Sir, the appropriations vote. I said cancel it. Marcus knows better than to argue. He nods, disappears. Jason stands, offers his hand. Olivia takes it. He pulls her to her feet. They're close. Too close. Louise watches with bright, knowing eyes. You should rest, Jason says. I should work. Louise has spelling. Can wait. Jason's tone brooks no argument. You just had a panic attack. You need rest, not work. I'm fine. You're not. His voice softens. And that's okay. You don't have to be fine all the time, Olivia. The use of her first name in front of Louise is deliberate, intimate. A line crossed. Louise notices, grins wider. Come on. Jason gestures toward the door. I'll walk you to your room. I can walk myself. I know you can. Humor me anyway. Olivia glances at Louise. The little girl nods enthusiastically. Go. I'll practice my spelling. Promise. They leave together. Walk down the hallway in charged silence. Staff members scatter when they see the governor and the teacher. Whispers will start. Rumors will spread. Jason doesn't care. They reach Olivia's door. She opens it. Hesitates. Thank you, she says. For everything. You don't have to thank me. Yes, I do. You could have fired me. For being a liability. For having baggage. For being human? Jason leans against the doorframe. That's not a fireable offense, Olivia. In my experience, it is. She smiles sadly. Rich people don't like poor people's problems. We're supposed to be invisible, efficient, never messy. I'm not most rich people. No. Olivia studies him, this powerful man with grief in his eyes and gentleness in his hands. You're not. The moment stretches, bends. Jason should leave, should maintain distance, should remember that she works for him, that she's vulnerable, that pursuing this would be injustice of a different kind. He stays anyway. Your sister, he says quietly. The people who took her, took you. Do they know you're here, in California, working for me? Olivia's face pales. Why are you asking? Because I protect what's mine. And whether you like it or not, you're under my roof. That makes you my responsibility. I'm not yours to protect. Tell that to the panic attack I just witnessed. The words are harsh, true. Olivia flinches. Jason immediately regrets them. I'm sorry. That was accurate? Olivia laughs without humor. I'm damaged goods, Governor Fletcher. A teacher with PTSD and trust issues and debt up to her eyeballs. You should fire me. Find someone stable, someone without ghosts. I don't want someone stable. The admission escapes before Jason can stop it. I want... He stops. Can't say it. Won't say it. Olivia's eyes search his face. What do you want? The question hangs between them like live wire. Dangerous. Electric. Begging to be touched. Jason steps closer, into her room. The door clicks shut behind him. They're alone. Truly alone. No Louise, no staff, no witnesses. Just two broken people and the truth neither can deny anymore. I want you to stay, Jason says quietly. Not because Louise needs you. Because He stops, starts again. Because when you're here, this house feels less like a museum. Less like a place I'm surviving. More like a place I could actually live. Olivia's breath catches. Jason. I know it's inappropriate. I know I'm your employer. I know there are rules. His eyes burn into hers. I know all the reasons this is wrong. But every time I tell myself to stop, I see you with my daughter. I hear you talk about your sister. I watch you be brave when you're terrified. And I can't. His voice breaks. I can't stop wanting to know you. All of you. Not just the professional version. Not just the teacher. You. Tears slide down Olivia's face. I'm a mess, Jason. I'm poor. I'm traumatized. I'm everything you don't need. You're everything I didn't know I needed. The words land like bombs, destroy the last of their defenses. Olivia closes the distance between them, rises on her toes, hesitates for one heartbeat, then kisses him. Jason freezes, shocked, then responds with a hunger that terrifies them both. His hands frame her face. Her fingers clutch his shirt. The kiss is desperate, searching. Two drowning people gasping for air. He tastes like coffee and control giving way. She tastes like tears and truth finally spoken. They kiss like the world is ending, like this is the last honest thing either of them will ever do. When they finally break apart, both breathing hard, Jason rests his forehead against hers. This is a terrible idea, he whispers. The worst, Olivia agrees. We should stop. We should. Neither moves. Before what happens next, if you're not subscribed yet, you might want to fix that, because what's about to go down, you won't believe it. We share stories like this every week. Hit subscribe so you don't miss them. Now, back to 3 days later. Jason kisses her again. Slower this time. Deeper. His hands slide into her hair. She melts against him, against this billionaire governor who could have anyone but wants her. Broken, traumatized, poor her. Then reality crashes back. Jason jerks away, steps back, runs his hands through his hair. Fuck, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. Don't. Olivia's voice is firm. Don't apologize for that. You work for me. There's a power imbalance. This is a mistake? She laughs bitterly. Yeah, I got that message. No, not a mistake. Jason meets her eyes. The opposite. That's the problem. Olivia stares at him. I don't understand. If this was just attraction, I could control it. If it was just physical, I could ignore it. Jason's voice is raw, honest. But it's not. When I'm with you, I feel human again. When I watch you with Louise, I see the family we could be. When you talk about your sister, I want to find the people who hurt you and destroy them. This isn't simple, Olivia. This is dangerous. Yes. They stand in the wreckage of their professional relationship. In the beginning of something neither can name, neither can stop. I should go, Jason says, doesn't move. You should, Olivia agrees, doesn't step back. If we do this, if we cross this line, there's no going back. I know. Emily was right. People will talk. They'll say you're a gold digger, that you seduced me, that you're using Louise to... I don't care what people say. Olivia's voice is steel. I've been called worse by better people. But I care what Louise sees. I care that she's finally starting to heal. I won't risk her stability for... She gestures between them. For whatever this is. Jason nods slowly. You're right. Louise comes first. Always. So we stop. We stay professional. We pretend this didn't happen. Yes. They agree. Firmly. Definitively. Then Jason kisses her one more time. Hard. Fast. A promise and a goodbye. He leaves without another word. Olivia sinks onto the bed, touches her lips, tastes him still. She's in so much trouble. Dinner is torture. Jason sits at the head of the table. Olivia sits to his right. Louise chatters about fractions and spelling and how Marcus let her see the security room. Normal, domestic. Except Olivia feels Jason's eyes on her every time she moves, feels the heat radiating from him, feels the want neither of them can acknowledge. "Can we watch a movie?" Louise asks. "All three of us?" Jason hesitates, looks at Olivia. She should say no, should maintain boundaries, should protect this little girl from the inevitable fallout when this thing between them combusts. "Sure," Olivia says instead. "What movie?" Louise chooses something animated, something sweet. They settle in the media room, a theater that seats 20, but tonight holds 3. Louise curls between them on the massive couch, falls asleep 20 minutes in. Jason lifts her carefully. "I'll take her to bed." "I'll come with you." They carry Louise together, tuck her in together, stand over her bed together like parents, like a family, like something they're not allowed to be. In the hallway, Jason stops. "I meant what I said earlier about wanting you to stay. I know. But I also meant what I said about Louise coming first. I know that too." Jason steps closer, close enough to touch, but doesn't. "So what do we do?" "We wait." Olivia's voice is quiet, certain. "We be patient. We let Louise heal. We do our jobs. And if this," she gestures between them, "if this is real, it'll still be here when the time is right." "And if the time is never right?" Olivia's smile is sad. "Then at least we'll know we tried to do the right thing." Jason wants to argue, wants to say fuck the timing, fuck the rules, fuck everything except the way she makes him feel alive. But he's a father first, a governor second, a man distant third. "Okay," he says. "We wait." We wait. They stand in the hallway, not touching, both dying to, both choosing not to. It's the hardest thing either has done, and the bravest. 3 days later, everything falls apart. Olivia is in town running errands, groceries for Louise's science project, books from the library, things that make her feel useful beyond just teaching. She parks her beat-up Honda in a public garage, gathers her bags. A black SUV pulls up behind her, blocks her in. 3 men get out. Olivia's blood turns to ice. She knows these men, not their faces, but their type, the way they move, the dead eyes, the casual violence radiating off them like heat. Cartel. Olivia Miller, the leader, smiles, gold tooth catching light. "Been a long time." She runs, makes it 10 feet before they grab her, hand over her mouth, knife against her ribs. They drag her into the SUV, throw her in back. The door slams. "You were told to forget," Goldtooth says. "You didn't forget." "I haven't," Olivia gasps. "I haven't asked about my sister. I haven't investigated anything. I've left it alone. I swear." "Then why is the governor of California making inquiries?" Goldtooth leans close. "Why is Jason Fletcher's security team asking questions about Maya Miller's death? About cartels? About corruption?" Olivia's heart stops. Jason. He promised he wouldn't. He said he'd stay out of it. He lied. Or he thought he was protecting her. Either way, he just painted a target on both their backs. "He doesn't know anything," Olivia says quickly. "I didn't tell him anything. He's being protective. That's all." Protective billionaire governors are dangerous. Goldtooth traces the knife along her jaw. They have resources, connections. They make problems for organizations like ours. "I'll make him stop. I'll tell him to back off. You'll disappear." Goldtooth smiles. "Like your sister disappeared. And when the governor asks questions, we'll tell him you ran away. Couldn't handle the pressure. Poor girl from East LA and over her head with the rich and powerful. Tragic, believable." Terror floods Olivia's system, but also rage. She's been here before, been powerless before, been at the mercy of violent men before. She survived then. She'll survive now. "If I disappear," Olivia says carefully, "Jason Fletcher will tear California apart looking for me. He has the FBI, the DEA, every law enforcement agency in the state. You think killing me makes your problems go away? It makes them exponentially worse. Goldtooth considers this. So we kill him too. Then you'll have federal investigations, media scrutiny, every alphabet agency in existence crawling up your ass. Is that what you want? Because one governor couldn't mind his own business? The men exchange looks. Olivia sees the calculation. The risk assessment. She's right and they know it. What do you suggest? Goldtooth asks. I leave. Tonight. Disappear on my own terms. Jason thinks I quit. Louise thinks I had a family emergency. No bodies, no investigations, no problems. And if you come back, if you start asking questions again, I won't. Olivia's voice breaks. She's negotiating her own exile, her own heartbreak. I won't come back. I won't investigate. I'll forget. For real this time. Goldtooth studies her, sees the truth, the resignation, the sacrifice. You have until sunrise, he says finally. After that, we come for you, and next time, we won't talk. They throw her out of the SUV, drive away, leave her shaking in a parking garage with blood on her shirt and a choice that's not really a choice at all. Stay and risk Jason's life, or leave and break both their hearts. Olivia pulls out her phone, looks at Jason's number. She should call, warn him, tell him what his protection just cost them. Instead, she texts Louise. Something came up with my family. I have to go. Be good. Be brave. I love you. Then she deletes Jason's number, packs her few belongings, gets in her car, and drives away from the only place that's felt like home in 5 years. Away from Louise, who needs her. Away from Jason, who makes her feel alive. Away from the life-changing moment when she finally let herself hope. She makes it to the freeway before she starts crying. She doesn't stop for 300 miles. Jason gets Olivia's text at midnight. He's in his office reviewing legislation when his phone buzzes with a message from Louise's number. She's gone. Olivia's gone. She left me. Just like Mom. He's in Louise's room in 30 seconds. Finds his daughter sobbing into her pillow, clutching her phone like a lifeline. Marcus stands helplessly in the doorway. What happened? Jason pulls Louise into his arms. She texted, said family emergency. But she didn't say goodbye, didn't explain, just left. Louise's voice cracks. Everyone leaves me, Daddy. Everyone. Jason's heart shatters. He looks at Marcus. Find her. Now. Use every resource we have. I don't care what it costs. Marcus nods. Disappears. Jason holds his daughter while she cries, while his mind races through possibilities. Olivia wouldn't just leave. Not without explanation. Not without saying goodbye properly. Something happened. Something bad. His phone rings. Head of security. Governor, we have a problem. Ms. Miller's car was spotted on security footage in the 3rd Street garage. 3 men in a black SUV blocked her in, confronted her. She was taken into the vehicle for approximately 8 minutes, then released. Jason's blood turns to ice. Where is she now? We tracked her car. She's heading east on I-10, just past San Bernardino. Stop her. Send a unit to... Sir, we can't legally detain her. She hasn't committed a crime. Then follow her. Don't lose her. I'm on my way. Jason kisses Louise's forehead. I'm going to bring her back, sweetheart. I promise. What if she doesn't want to come back? The question guts him. Because maybe Louise is right. Maybe Olivia realized what he should have known all along, that a poor teacher with trauma and a billionaire governor with baggage have no business pretending they could work. Maybe she ran because staying was too hard, or maybe someone made her run. Jason has survived politics by trusting his instincts. Right now, every instinct screams that Olivia is in danger, that the men in that SUV weren't random, that his investigation into Maya Miller's death just put a target on the woman he loves. Fuck, he loves her. Jason Fletcher, governor of California, widower, father, man who swore he'd never feel anything again after Sarah died, loves Olivia Miller. And he just lost her. Jason's helicopter lands in the desert 2 hours later. His security team tracked Olivia to a motel outside Palm Springs. Cheap, anonymous, the kind of place people go when they're running. He knocks on room 107. No answer. "Olivia, I know you're in there. Open the door." Silence. "Please, just talk to me. Tell me what happened. Let me help." More silence. Then finally, the door cracks open. Olivia looks destroyed, eyes red, face pale. She's changed clothes, but he sees blood on the shirt crumpled in the corner. His blood pressure spikes. "Are you hurt?" He pushes inside, scans her for injuries. "I'm fine." "You're not fine. There's blood. It's not mine." Olivia backs away, puts distance between them. "You need to leave, Jason. Not until you tell me what happened. Those men in the garage. We're delivering a message." Her voice is flat, dead. "Stop asking questions about my sister. Stop investigating, or people die." Jason's fists clench. "They threatened you." "They threatened you." Olivia's eyes flash. "Because you couldn't leave it alone. Because you had to be the powerful governor riding in to save the damsel. Because you made inquiries and drew attention, and now they know. They know I'm connected to you. They know Louise is connected to me. They know exactly how to hurt all of us. So you ran. I left to protect you. By breaking my daughter's heart?" Jason's voice rises. "By disappearing without explanation? By making her think everyone she loves abandons her?" Olivia flinches. "I texted. I told her." "You told her nothing. You said family emergency and vanished. She thinks you're dead, Olivia. She thinks you're her mother all over again." Tears stream down Olivia's face. "I didn't have a choice." "There's always a choice. Not when the choice is your life or mine." Olivia's voice breaks. "They said they'd kill you. Make it look like an accident. Then they'd kill me. Then Louise would have nobody. No father, no teacher, no one. I couldn't." She sobs. "I couldn't let that happen." Jason crosses the room, pulls her into his arms despite her resistance. "So you sacrificed yourself instead. It was the only way to keep you safe. I don't want to be safe. I want you." The words come out raw, honest. "I want you in my house, with my daughter, in my life. I want to wake up knowing you're there. I want to fall asleep knowing you're safe. I want..." His voice breaks. "I want everything with you, Olivia. And I don't care what it costs." Olivia looks up at him, at this powerful man offering her everything, at the impossibility of accepting. "They'll come for you," she whispers. "They'll make it look like political violence, an occupational hazard, and I'll know I got you killed. They'll come for me anyway." Jason cups her face. "I'm the governor of California. I have enemies, threats, security protocols. This doesn't change that. The only thing that changes is whether I face it alone or with you beside me. Jason, I love you." The admission escapes like confession, like prayer. "I love how you fight for Louise. I love how you face your trauma with courage. I love your strength and your scars and your refusal to give up. I love you, Olivia, and I'm not letting you go." Olivia stares at him, at the future they could have, at the danger surrounding them, at the class difference that feels meaningless in this moment. "I'm poor," she says. "I have debt and PTSD and enemies with guns. I'm not wife material for a governor. I'm not stepmother material for Louise. I'm everything." Jason kisses her forehead, her cheeks, her lips. "You're everything." Olivia kisses him back, desperate, terrified, hopeful. "We can't just pretend they don't exist," she murmurs against his mouth. "The cartel, the threats, they won't stop." "Then we stop them." Jason's eyes are steel. "I have resources, federal connections, the entire California law enforcement apparatus. We end this. Tonight. Once and for all." "How?" "We give them what they want. Information about Maya's investigation. but not to bury it. Jason pulls out his phone. To expose it. Every name, every connection, every crime. We make it so public, so scrutinized, that killing us becomes pointless. The story's already out. The damage is done. Olivia's eyes widen. You'd do that? Risk political fallout? Risk your career? My career means nothing if you're not here. Jason holds her gaze. Nothing matters if you're not here. He makes 3 calls: FBI, DEA, Attorney General. By dawn, 50 agents are mobilizing. Warrants are being issued. Maya Miller's investigation, buried for 5 years, is suddenly the biggest corruption case in California history. Olivia watches the governor dismantle a cartel with phone calls and political capital. Watches him weaponize his power not for ambition, but for love. For her. They'll retaliate, she says quietly. Let them try. Jason pulls her close. I've got the best security in the state. I've got federal protection. And I've got you. That makes me invincible. Olivia laughs, almost believes him. What about Louise? Louise needs you home, where you belong. She's going to be so mad I left. She'll forgive you. Jason kisses her temple. Kids are resilient, especially when they know they're loved. They return to the mansion at sunrise. Louise is still awake, still crying. She looks up when Olivia walks through the door. For one terrible moment, the little girl just stares. Then, you came back. I came back. Olivia drops to her knees, opens her arms. Louise runs, crashes into her, holds on like she'll disappear again. You scared me. I know, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Don't leave again. Promise. Olivia looks at Jason, at the future suddenly possible, at the family forming in real time. I promise, she whispers. I'm not going anywhere. Louise pulls back, studies her face. You love my dad. It's not a question. Olivia's breath catches. She glances at Jason. He nods. Permission, encouragement. Yes, Olivia says. I do. Good. Louise grins through tears. He's been sad for too long. You make him smile. Jason crosses the room, wraps his arms around both of them, his girls, his family. The thing he thought he'd lost forever when Sarah died. This is redemption. This is second chances. This is love winning against impossible odds. That's the power of second chances. The power of choosing love over fear. If this story moved you, and we know it did, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. And tell us, where are you watching from? We want to hear from you. Comment below. Now, let's see how this beautiful story ends. 3 months later, everything changes again. Jason is speaking at a press conference. Budget announcement. Routine political theater. Olivia watches from the crowd, Louise beside her. They're here to support him, to be visible, to show California that the governor has a personal life beyond politics. Halfway through his speech, chaos erupts. Gunshots, screaming, security tackling Jason to the ground. Olivia throws herself over Louise, protects the little girl with her body, the way she couldn't protect her sister, the way she won't fail again. More shots, return fire, sirens, then silence. Olivia looks up, sees Jason on the ground, blood spreading across his white shirt, security dragging him toward the car, medics appearing from nowhere. Daddy! Louise screams. Olivia grabs her, holds her back. But her eyes find Jason's across the chaos. He's conscious, mouthing words she can't hear but understands anyway. I love you. The ambulance doors close. They take him away. Olivia and Louise follow in the security detail. Hospital, emergency surgery, 8 hours of hell. Louise falls asleep in Olivia's lap, exhausted, terrified. Olivia holds her, prays to a God she's not sure she believes in, promises anything, everything if Jason survives. The surgeon finally appears. He's stable. Bullet missed major organs. He'll recover fully. Olivia's knees buckle. Relief crashes through her like tidal wave. Can we see him? Louise is instantly awake. Soon. He's in recovery. Give us an hour. That hour lasts forever. Then they're escorted to Jason's room. He's awake, pale, tubes and monitors everywhere, but alive, whole. Hey, he says weakly, smiles at Louise. Hey, sweetheart. You got shot. Louise climbs carefully onto the bed. That was scary. Yeah, pretty scary for me too. Jason strokes her hair, looks at Olivia over his daughter's head. But I'm okay. We're all okay. Olivia stands frozen in the doorway, seeing him alive, knowing how close she came to losing him, knowing this is the reality of loving a powerful man with powerful enemies. Olivia. Jason's voice is gentle. Come here. She crosses to the bed, takes his hand. He pulls her down, kisses her palm. Marry me, he says. Olivia's breath stops. What? Marry me. I'm done waiting. I'm done being careful. I almost died today, and all I could think about was you, about Louise, about the family we are, about making it official. He looks between them. Both of you. I want both of you. Forever. Starting now. Du alter para frente. Tears stream down Olivia's face. Jason, you're on pain medication. You're not thinking clearly. I'm thinking perfectly clearly. For the first time in 3 years. I love you. Louise loves you. We want you. Permanently. Legally. Completely. Louise nods enthusiastically. Say yes. Please say yes. Olivia looks at the governor in a hospital bed, at the little girl with hope in her eyes, at the impossible, beautiful, terrifying future they're offering, at everything she thought she'd never deserve. Yes, she whispers. Yes. Jason pulls her close, kisses her while Louise cheers, while nurses pretend not to watch, while the world outside continues spinning. This is the life-changing moment. This is karma delivered. This is love winning. 2 weeks later, Jason calls a press conference. Media floods the hospital conference room. Speculation runs rampant. The governor was shot. He's recovering. But why the press conference? Jason walks in with Olivia beside him, Louise holding both their hands. The cameras flash. Murmurs ripple through the crowd. Jason approaches the microphone. Olivia tries to hang back, but he pulls her forward, makes her stand beside him, equal, visible, his. Thank you for coming, Jason begins. I know there's been speculation about the attempt on my life, about the ongoing investigation, about what happens next for my administration. I'll address all of that, but first, there's something more important I need to say. He turns to Olivia, takes her hand. This is Olivia Miller. She's Louise's teacher. She's my... He pauses, smiles. She's the woman I love, the woman I've chosen. And I'm making this announcement today because I'm done hiding what matters most. I'm done pretending that being governor means sacrificing everything else. I'm done choosing power over happiness. Gasps, camera flashes, reporters shouting questions. Jason ignores them all, keeps his eyes on Olivia. I'm announcing my engagement to Ms. Miller. We'll be married in 3 months, here in California, with our daughter Louise as part of the ceremony. This is my family. These are the people worth fighting for, worth surviving for, worth living for. He looks at the cameras, at the state watching, at history being made. California deserves a governor who understands what really matters, who fights for families because he's fighting for his own, who knows that power means nothing without purpose, without love, without humanity. Jason's voice strengthens. That's the governor I intend to be. Not perfect, but present. Not untouchable, but real. The room erupts. Questions shouted from every direction. But Jason is done. He turns to Olivia, kisses her in front of the entire state. Louise wraps her arms around both their legs. This is the reversal. This is justice for every humiliation, every injustice, every moment Olivia was told she wasn't enough. This is the poor girl choosing the billionaire not for his money, but for his heart. This is the rich man choosing the woman not despite her scars, but because of them. This is real. Epilogue. 3 months later. The ceremony is intimate. Garden at the mansion, 50 guests maximum. No political theatre, no media circus, just family, friends, people who matter. Louise stands beside Olivia in a white dress, holds the rings, beams with pride. Jason waits at the altar, sees Olivia walking toward him, and every breath leaves his lungs. She's wearing something simple, elegant. She didn't want a rich woman's wedding. She wanted truth, authenticity, them. She reaches him, takes his hands. The officiant speaks, but Jason barely hears. He's too busy memorizing this moment, this woman, this unexpected twist that saved his life. "I do," Olivia says when it's time, her voice steady. "Sure." "I do," Jason echoes, means it with everything in him. They exchange rings, simple bands, nothing ostentatious, symbols of commitment, not wealth. "You may kiss your bride." Jason pulls Olivia close, kisses her like he's been wanting to kiss her since the night she walked into his life and destroyed every wall he'd built. The crowd cheers. Louise bounces excitedly. When they break apart, Jason turns to his daughter. "Louise, come here, sweetheart." The little girl joins them. Jason and Olivia kneel, form a circle. "Today isn't just about us getting married," Jason says. "It's about becoming a family, all three of us, together, forever." Olivia pulls out a small box, opens it to reveal a delicate necklace. "This was my sister's. She wore it every day. It's the most precious thing I have, and I want you to have it, Louise. Because you're precious to me. Because you're my daughter now, in every way that matters." Louise's eyes fill with tears. "Really? Really?" Olivia clasps it around her neck. "I love you, sweetheart. I'm not replacing your mom. I'm just adding to the love. Okay?" Louise throws her arms around Olivia. "Okay." They stand together. Jason pulls both his girls close. This is the family he thought he'd lost. The future he didn't dare hope for. The redemption he didn't deserve but somehow received anyway. The photographer captures the moment. Father, daughter, wife, family. Later, at the reception, Jason pulls Olivia onto the dance floor, holds her close, whispers in her ear. "Thank you." "For what?" "For staying. For fighting. For choosing me even when it was dangerous, even when it was hard." Olivia looks up at the man who saved her by letting her save him. "You gave me a family. You gave me home. That's worth any risk." Jason kisses her. Soft, sweet, promise of forever. Across the garden, Louise dances with Marcus, laughing, free, healed in the way only children can heal when they know they're loved, when they know their family is whole. This is the ending poor girls don't get in real life. This is the fairy tale that shouldn't work but does. This is love surviving trauma, class difference, violence, fear. This is redemption. This is justice. This is everything. Jason Fletcher and Olivia Miller, governor and teacher, billionaire and survivor, two broken people who found each other and built something beautiful from the wreckage, dance under the stars. And for the first time in years, both believe in happy endings, because they're living one.